I feel like when we do things the way that God designed, when we do things the way God designed it, it blesses us across the board, and he designed us to live a certain way. And when we deviate from that, it can really damage more than just our spiritual walk. It's part of our job as a mom to keep our kids healthy. I mean, we all know it's our job to keep kids safe. We all know it's our job to disciple and train up our kids in the Lord. Sometimes we forget that it's also our job to teach and train our kids how to take care of the very body that God gave us, how to be stewards of our bodies and to teach our kids healthy habits and honestly to protect their bodies from many of the harms that are out there.
Yeah, for sure. So you talked about many of the physical benefits.
Yeah.
What more do you have to add to that?
Well, I think I want to do a quick recap. So sleep,
Okay.
We as homeschoolers, we can really capitalize on sleep, and that's so important. Outdoor exposure, non-negotiable. Kids aren't getting that in the school systems. They're indoors sitting down all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Exercise. We have the ability to do the physical while we're learning through homeschool. Food. This is a huge one. We can feed our kids not on the go processed food because we have the time to feed them healthy foods. We have the ability when they're home to cook for them. Being sick, I think it's so important that when we are sick, that we can keep our kids home. We can let our kids take as long as they need to recover and get healthy. I just remember that sickness would never end. When I was a teacher in the classroom, it's like it would be months of the same sickness cycling through. And so much of it was because nobody ever took the time to actually get beyond the sickness. I mean, Kids were having to just keep going and keep going and keep going when they were sick. They never just got to rest and heal. And for me, when my kids are sick, what a blessing to just stop the day and take care of them, to just take care of them and not figure out how to still juggle everything that's expected of them while they're sick. One we didn't hit on that is also important to me is just, and I'm pretty passionate about this, like the world around us is so toxic, like just toxic exposures. And if it matters to you and if it doesn't matter either way. You're in control of what your kids are exposed to in your home. Like in the schools, I'm like, man, the LED lights all day and the chemicals that they're cleaning with and all of the plastics that they're surrounded with and the air that is being circulated, like I don't even think school windows open anymore. They used to when I was a kid.
Probably not.
The schools that I taught in, the windows didn't open. And I'm like, all day they're just breathing fake, and they're pumping through the air system. And I feel like when we do things the way that God designed, when we do things the way God designed it, it blesses us across the board, and he designed us to live a certain way. And when we deviate from that, it can really damage more than just our spiritual walk, but it can damage physically. So those were the physical health benefits.
So many. Just those are worth it.
Totally.
I mean, in addition to the spiritual benefits, of course, which we'll touch on a little bit, but like I said, we talk a lot about that. Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked Podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.